G'day, it's Andrew from the New South Wales Irrigators Council. We've just walked out of the lockup with the Murray-Darling Basin Authority, who've released a guide to the basin plan. A guide is the right word. It's very much a guide only. It provides no details, no information, or no reasoning behind why they've done what they've done. In particular, they say that this is Volume 1 only. Volume 1, in effect, is an executive summary of their decisions. Volume 2, as we understand it, will provide the reasoning for their decisions. They have not released that today. When asked when they will release it, their answer, and when I say there, I mean Rob Freeman, was simply, we will release it at, quote, the end of the month. That obviously puts it outside the scope of most of the community consultation sessions that are about to occur and is clearly unacceptable. They have not provided us any detail to analyse as to why they have selected some of the numbers that they have. The numbers that they've selected are based on a range of potential cuts. They say that for the environment they need between 3,000 and 7,500 gigalitres. What they've done then is create three scenarios based on a range of 3,000, 3,500 and 4,000 gigalitres. Based on the low end of those figures, the 3,000 gigalitres in New South Wales in the border rivers, you'd be looking at a reduction in 19%, in the Gwydir 27, in the Namoy 21, the Macquarie 24, Barwon-Darling 22, Lower Darling 29, the Lachlan 15, the Murrumbidgee you'd be looking at 32, and in the New South Wales Murray 28. Those figures are on the low end of what it is that the Murray-Darling Basin Authority are suggesting. I should note immediately that they have included groundwater regions in this reduction. Some of those groundwater regions that they have included have already been through the ASGE program. They're not immune. The MDBA are proposing a second round of cuts. That is a major problem because the Commonwealth Government have said they will not purchase groundwater. They're only purchasing surface water, which puts those regions in line for significant cuts and significant impacts which are not yet covered. They did provide during the course of their briefing some analysis of social and economic impacts. Frankly, it doesn't pass the bullshit test. They reckon they can take away 30% of the water and have, across the basin mind you, an impact of only 805 million in terms of gross value of irrigated agricultural production and a total job loss of only 800. They did not provide any of the reasoning whatsoever for how they came up with those numbers, and as I say, it doesn't pass the bullshit test. Based on our understanding of numbers presented by the Australian Bureau of Statistics and the Australian Bureau of Agriculture on resource economics and the gross value of irrigated agriculture production, we believe that on those low end figures in New South Wales alone, this will cost 2.4 billion to the New South Wales economy and will threaten some 17,000 jobs, which means that our numbers and theirs are very far apart. Our numbers obviously are based on a calculator which we have made available publicly. Their numbers are based on documents which they have not made available. Risk assignment is obviously something we were looking for today. The risk assignment principles have been laid out, and we did ask Fraser McLeod to spell them out in a bit more detail. 3% of the reduction, 3% of current diversion limits will not be compensable. The remaining 97% is attributable to the Commonwealth share. That Commonwealth share, remember, has to be divided between new knowledge and policy. They made a decision that they couldn't establish a new knowledge benchmark, and as a result have attributed the entire lot to policy. That represents a significant win for the sector in terms of compensability under risk assignment. Finally, I note that today they did not provide an environmental watering plan at all. They own in excess of 650 gigalitres of water across the basin, yet apparently have no plan for its use, and they didn't provide, again, any of the data that would suggest that they do know what it is that they're doing. We've got some serious concerns about it. Those concerns now need to be addressed to both the authority and the department and to Minister Burke by turning up at the community consultation sessions that will be occurring, and would encourage you to be there. Thanks for watching.